Hi, writers. I wanted to just really quickly talk to you a little bit about the new kind of writing that we're going to start. Um, and we're going to do it from now until kindergarten ends, which is not that long. Um, you're going to start writing fiction stories. I know you know what fiction is because we've talked a lot about it, right? Some books are fiction, and that means that they're made up. Um, and the author writes them to tell a story or to entertain, and some books are nonfiction. We've spent a lot of time writing nonfiction. We wrote all about books, we wrote opinion pieces, we wrote how-tos, and now we are going to get to use our imagination in writing. We are going to get to make up stories and put them down on the page for our reader. When you write a fiction story, it's based on your imagination. It's not something that happened in real life. You make it up. You use your imagination. Take a look at some of these titles. These are books that we've read. Um, Caps for Sale, that's a fiction story. Knuffle Bunny, Harry the Dirty Dog, and The Little Red Hen. All of these authors use their imagination when they were writing these stories. So today I want to talk to you about the first two things that your fiction writing needs to have. Fiction stories need to have characters. Now, you have written stories with characters, right? You've written your personal narratives, but those were stories that really happened to you, right? Like your weekend news, or when you write something else about your life, you're writing a true story about your life, and you are the character. Fiction stories have characters, but these characters are made up characters. They're characters that come from the author's imagination. So look over here, some characters that we read about: Pete the cat, David, right? Pigeon from The Pigeon Doesn't Want to Take a Bath. These are characters that the authors create in their brains. They make them up. Sometimes the characters are real people, right? Like David, he's a boy. But a lot of times they're animals or, dinosaurs, something that the author makes up. Fiction stories also have a setting, right? Look at the card here. The setting is, I don't know, outer space, the moon, some planet. Um, Settings of books can be the beach on a hot summer day, or the forest at night, or the city during a snowstorm. So remember, settings um, tell about the place, tell about the time, and tell about the weather sometimes. What I want you to do today is think about the character that you are going to write about. So I want you to think about the character and think about the setting. Now, I know a lot of times in the beginning of kindergarten, I would come and read your work and you would be writing this story, and I'd say, did that really happen? Because your teachers wanted you to write about true stories from your life. Now, K1, you get to make up the story. You get to make it up. You could think about a character, um, you could think about a setting, and you get to make it up. I don't want you to do any writing today. I just want you to think about a character and a setting that you are going to write a story about. So take a look at my writing page. I have no words yet, but I started planning my writing, and I thought about a character that I wanted to write about. Not from my life, not a true life character, but one that I made up. I used my imagination. And I thought about a setting. So can you guess who my character is? And can you guess what the setting of my story is going to be? My character is a dinosaur. His name is Danny. Danny the dinosaur. And the setting is the beach on a hot summer day. All right, boys and girls, use your imagination, and I want you to think about a character and a setting that you're going to write about. keep it, if you want to jot it down, you can, or just try to remember it because tomorrow we are going to start the beginning of our fiction books. All right, see you next time, writers.